Welcome back to the Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today. Roku has some new features coming that we got from the Roku Developer Conference. We'll tell you what these are and how they could be impacting your favorite streaming service. Google is rolling out a new Android 14 update to Chromecast with Google TV. Now, not those bricked standard Chromecasts, the Chromecast with Google TV. We got details on that. And DirecTV is rolling out a new, cheaper My Sports plan, the little mini package. That's an add-on that includes your RSNs, those regional sports networks. These stories and a whole lot more. There's a lot to talk about, including the declining ratings of local ABC, CBS, Fox TV stations in a quick second. First though, if you want to learn more about any of these stories, check out the show notes down below, and in the first pinned comment, I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself and hopefully come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do, so they recommend our videos to more people. We would appreciate your support. With that said, let's dive into it. All right, Roku is rolling out its Build It Your Own multi-view to more developers. Recently, late last year, Roku held its developer conference, and they posted a video of it with all kinds of great information for developers about what's new in Roku and coming. And one of them is the Roku multi-view. Now, this is already live on Fubo. Fubo was the app that they worked with to create it, and they rolled out a demo of it during this event. It's now live and allows you to create a custom multi-view on Roku of up to 4 streams depending on your device, or 2 for older Roku devices, and have multiple channels going at once, much like you see on the Apple TV one. Now, other apps have similar features. YouTube TV has it on Roku, but they do it differently. They have pre-created multi-streams that are actually served from their server to your TV that way. And while they do work hard to create a lot of options, it's not custom. You can't pick exactly which channels and which order you want it. But with this new one, Roku will allow them to do that. And developers like YouTube TV, Hulu, Philo, Friendly, and more now have the tools. They have to implement them into their app if they so choose to create a multi-view that's customizable and self-building on your own through their apps. It's a great new feature there, and hopefully they roll it out soon to more. At this point though, it's kind of on the app developers. Roku has created the tool that will allow Roku apps to be able to have multiple views at once. The app creators now need to take it, implement it. That can take a little bit of time because you gotta not only build it, you gotta do a lot of testing and get it approved before it can roll out to the public. We'll keep a close eye on this, but hopefully multi-view customizable to more live TV services very soon. All right, next up, Google is rolling out Android 14 to Chromecasts with Google TV. Now, this is the ones that come with the remote. That's a standard Google TV user interface. It was released in 2020 and discontinued in 2024 with the release of the Google Streamer TV 4K, whatever they call it. Google TV Streamer 4K, I think it is, if I remember correctly. It's more of a traditional streaming player than a dongle. Much more powerful, but also more pricey. But with this, it now gets updated to Android 14, bringing more features to Roku owners, or excuse me, Google TV owners, I apologize, and updates, security patches, and more that app developers will be able to take advantage of. We'll keep a close eye on it, but your device will auto-update here soon. You can go into settings and update and see if the update's been available for you. Started rolling out yesterday, spied by 9 to 5 Google, and now is rolling from there. Next up, yesterday, DirecTV Stream, which recently launched a bunch of smaller mini packages that allow you to watch mini channels at once, or mini channels in your package for a lesser price than the full one, I should say, is now rolling out a new one called My Sports add-on. This is a $19.99 add-on that includes your local RSNs and allows you to add your RSNs to the My Sports package and other options to make it cheaper than some TV options, but to give you RSNs. Not a bad deal if you're a big sports fan and you want to check out DirecTV's new cheaper sports packages. Check the link in the show notes. We'll have a link there where you can learn more about it. If you are a fan of Sonos speakers and you were excited because it was reported last year that they were rolling out, or at least developing, a new streaming player to compete with Apple Roku, Amazon, and others. Well, bad news. According to The Verge, their internal sources have confirmed that the new CEO has canceled the planned streaming player. Honestly, not a bad idea, I personally think. It's very hard at this point to enter a market. You think about, you have Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Google TV, game systems, smart TV OSs like LG and Vizio and Samsung have their own. Entering into this crowded field with what was sounding like it was going to be a premiumly priced streaming player is probably going to be very difficult. It's very likely that that would not be successful. So I think it's a smart move. It is unfortunate. I would have loved to test it and see what it's like, and maybe it would have stood out in the market. But once people get locked in, it's much like Android and much like iPhone. Once you're locked into that OS, it's very tough to convince people to switch back and forth. Very few people switch from iPhone to Android. It does happen, but not as much as you would think. Link in the show notes if you want to learn more about that. But for now, if you would hope to see it, no luck. Sonos ending. Next up, now people hate when we talk about anything remotely political, so let's ignore the political side. There's a very interesting point to this story I want to make. Fox News now tops CBS, NBC, and ABC in primetime ratings. Awesome, but I think a big point here is the decline of traditional live TV in primetime. When it's not sporting, when it's not some type of live event, ratings are falling pretty harshly. Fox News averaged 4.8 million viewers during the 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern time block versus CBS's 4.2, NBC's 3.4, and ABC's 2.6. Well, 2.6 million is a lot of viewers. I would love to get that in a single hour or two. It is also like a kind of shocking little number here. Increasingly, if it's not live, I've talked about this, there's two things that people really pay for live TV for services for: sports and news services. You've heard me say that many times, and I think that's a little bit what you're seeing here. Increasingly, people are rather DVRing it, or all these services have a streaming, right? Paramount Plus, I can watch it on there tomorrow. Peacock or Hulu, I can watch it tomorrow. I think that's more what people are doing. This is also a good reason why you see so much money being spent on sports. Even college football games can typically average for a big game over 10 million viewers. There was like 100-some million viewers for the Super Bowl recently. When you look at that compared to traditional primetime viewing for the week, and this is for the week of March 3rd, so just recently, it's not like sometime in the middle of the summer where nothing new's on, and only saying ABC got 2.6 million is shockingly low. It really is. And that is why advertisers are pulling money, we talked about that yesterday, from traditional broadcast TV stations. It's why TV stations are cutting back on those content for those stations and replacing it with sports. We're seeing more and more sports. Like I talked about, CBS has been airing pickleball tournaments on prime time on a weekday night on CBS. Why? Because there's a good chance that may bring in more viewers than a traditional one. Keep an eye on this. As those numbers keep falling, it would not surprise me if someday in the future a majority of primetime content is live or it is low effort content, but let's be honest, some low effort reality stuff. But look for more and more sports to come to these networks because so many more people watch that than they watch these other primetime big budget shows that cost a lot of money. Speaking of sports, Roku yesterday announced a new partnership with National Women's Soccer League to starting Friday, March 14th, so coming out here real soon. Roku, in partnership with IN and others, is launching a new dedicated hub on its home screen to be able to watch sports, some free, some behind paywalls, of this content. It's great to see more sports come to Roku. It's also great to see more options for professional women's sports coming to streaming options there. You'll be able to find it on the Roku home screen. Of course, you can always hide those. I showed a video a few days ago on how to do that. You can find it there. Speaking of sports and people watching sports more than anything else, NBC has renewed its partnership with the organization behind the Olympics to become for the United States the home for the Olympics TV through 2036, keeping the Olympics on Peacock and NBC Universal channels. Be a little interested to see what that looks like once some of those channels are spun off into an independent company through 2036. All right, if you're a fan of Tubi, the free streaming service, they've announced what's coming in April 2025. Link in the show notes down there, but a ton of original content being added, both in including some WWE Evolve content, weekly shows, new ones every Wednesday, talk shows, and action and thriller content coming, plus a ton of on-demand movies and television shows in a wide range of categories. Link in the show notes if you want to check that out. Also, lastly, if you're looking for a deal on home internet, Verizon has a new one. If you get both a wireless plan from them and home internet, it doesn't matter if it's from their Fios fiber option or from the 5G home internet, you can get $15 off your combined monthly plans and a $10 credit that can go towards paying for things like the Disney Plus bundle, Netflix and Max, Apple One, Apple Music Family, YouTube Premium, and more. That $10 credit within this plan will give you a free option for that. So if you get like the Disney Plus bundle, you get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for free in that bundle. Link in the show notes if you want to check that out, but that's our deal of the day. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm going to be back this weekend with some videos. But otherwise, I'll see you all on Monday. Thank you so much for your support. It's been a great week on the channel. To everybody who's joined, over 1,000 new subscribers once again this week. Welcome. I really do appreciate your support. We'll be back here every Monday through Friday doing a video like this. But keep an eye out for other videos. We got some special ones in the works right now. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.